Welcome back to Uber Earth. This is Jackson Dynamite.
We're building on the FIBUE.
So the FIBUE is looking it's too tacky, you won't say it. It's looking fantastic. We're going to work a little bit on this today, and I'm just going to touch base with you guys because I actually haven't been touching base lately. If you look at the time and date stamps on the vids, this video is a few weeks or a couple of weeks after my other videos. Lots been going on in the Dynamite household, which causes things to get busy, which causes Mr. Dynamite to not have the time to record or even play. So today we're gonna casually just work on the FIBUE a little bit, and part of this is being men and women of do. Part of the series here, trying to push each coal.
I love the coal. I want some coal.
Pushing each other to do, to help each other be better people. So I did work on a project here at the house, and I took some pictures of it. So what I'm gonna do is throw them on the screen right now. So there's this chair. And we're eating dinner one night, and it was one of my Dynamite boys saw a spider on the table, and in reaction to move away from the spider, he pushed the chair to its limits, and the chair flip-floppity-flopped on the ground. Flip-flop. Everybody's safe. Everybody's okay. Spider is now dead. Sorry, spider lovers. And with that said, broken chair. So the chair sat probably in our kitchen, broken. I'll be right back. Being a man of do, I've got something on the stove. Hold on one second. Ooh, back. So we're tomorrow being Sunday. We like to have a big Sunday breakfast after church, and so trying to get some of that legwork done today so we don't spend 18 hours of our Sunday making breakfast. So anyways, broken chair, sat on kitchen floor for probably 3 weeks. What I've been doing with projects is I look it over and then I think about it. Because I've never done a lot of projects, and that's part of being men and women of do. We're trying to get things done. And trying not to say things like, I can't do it, I've never done it before, what if it comes out bad? The whole idea is, who cares if it comes out bad? Most of the people that are going to look at said project, it's pretty much going to be you. So, you got to just do it. And that's been hard for me for most of my life, and now I'm trying to inspire you guys to inspire me, and watch the vids and put some comments down, but let's work on projects and let's do things that we weren't comfortable doing, projects, and report. Tell us how the projects are doing. So I've never done woodworking, and I thought if I just made some dowels, stuck it in there. So back to pictures. So you see the pictures. Hopefully you can make out what they are. I basically took off the old dowels, and then I made new dowels and took some wood glue, and I wood glue the bleepers out of it, and then stuck it all back together, threw some screws on it, and said chair is back in the dining room in action. Probably one of our stronger chairs in the dining room. So pretty cool little project. And stepping away from the game today, I am cooking breakfast, like I said. So I've got these potatoes on the stove. We usually have eggs, corned beef and hash, and some freshly cooked potatoes. fried up in some oil. What we've been doing, and it sounds weird, but you got to try it, is we've been actually adding curry powder, a little bit of ginger, and cinnamon to those potatoes. And it smells fantastic, and it tastes really good. The kids like it. So, something to try if you've never tried it before. So, as you saw on the FIBUE, we need a lot of wood because we're making a railing throughout the entire length of the bridge. So because we need that, we need tons of wood. And I think this will be the last tree, and we'll just call that a day. Let's just get this here. Boom. Okay. And we probably should plant some stuff back in here. Want to make sure that we're being green. Beep beep do 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 do. Oh yeah. Guess whatever populates first is yeah. I want that. Give me it. So we watched. Everybody watching this video now has probably seen all of Peter Jackson's newer versions of The Hobbit. I recently watched I've seen Lord of the Rings, but I've recently watched The Hobbit: Unexpected Journey, which was the first of the newer 3 films when this video was made. And it's funny that it's actually, I was, before watching it, was thinking, the guy's making 3 movies for 1 book, and I didn't think it was possible. I just thought, why, the other books why wouldn't you have made 3 movies for each of the other books? But he didn't do that. Work juice time. Oop. Check the stove time. Be right back.
We're back.
Yeah, so we watched that first Hobbit movie, and pretty good. I actually thought it was fun, and good popcorn movie. You get the popcorn rolling, lots of butter, and you have a good time. And then simultaneously, we've been reading The Hobbit to the kids, which is it's a lot of fun, and the kids have been liking the story. But they made a long time ago. They made a cartoon version of The Hobbit, and I remember as a kid, I'd actually fall asleep. I'd always fall asleep watching it, always. And I think I'd seen the whole thing, but I kind of don't remember. And it was one of these things that Mrs. Jackson Dynamite, I think, commented, and I think she was in the same boat that I was in. We don't remember finishing it, or if we did finish it, it was after multiple attempts. But so the kids go to bed last night, and we're like, oh, it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Let's pop the Hobbit cartoon movie in, take it for a spin, and we're gonna see how it goes. And about 30 minutes in, I think we were both asleep. And I got to a point where I actually just turned it off and said, I can't do this anymore. Yeah, it was sad. It was very sad. And that's what happens when you turn over 25. Everything just goes right downhill every day over 25. But it was remarkable. If you've seen the Peter Jackson movies, but you haven't seen that cartoon movie, you watch it and you get the vibe that Peter Jackson basically watched the cartoon movie and said, I'm going to make this live action. It's not scene for scene, shot for shot, but it's even Bilbo Baggins' house looks identical. It's a cartoon version. When you see the outside of the house, it's a cartoon version of what you see in Peter Jackson's version. And maybe he was I never watched all the behind the scenes and the documentaries on that. So and there could be some truth that maybe he was just going for that, giving it tribute. And you'll blast me in the comments and say,
Peter Jackson, he was giving the cartoon version tribute, you moron, and
that might be so. And shame on me for not keeping track of that. That's a lot of fences right there. But yeah, it's funny. So we fell asleep, and there you have it. I'm not even sure if we're gonna go back to it. It was kind of it was entertaining, sort of. Which means it wasn't entertaining. I'll just wait for the the second version, or the second movie in the series of The Hobbit, and we'll continue the story from there, which is pretty cool. So what we're doing, I'm going to show what we're doing, and I think right on this episode, we're just going to lay out some more of the railings for the rest of the bridge. But do you like? Throw some comments. Subscribe if you haven't. Welcome to my world, Uber Earth. So yeah, I'm adding the fence posts up there to give it that, I guess, not a suspension bridge look, but you know what I mean. Most major bridges in major cities that cross spans of water have some sort of thing there, that cables, I guess you'd say. So we're gonna cable the whole thing up, but then we're gonna have the fence posts going throughout the entire length of the project. It is a big project, and we knew that going into the FIBUE, and we've talked about the big dig, and that's pretty much where we're at. Oh, give me a break. Those I'm leaving off because, actually, these I probably should leave off too, but, well, whatever. You'll see when we get there. We'll get there when we get there! There we go. So yeah, besides the that project, tonight trying to be a man of action, I got a ton of stuff done before the video. So the kids go to bed. We try to get them in bed by 7:30, and I was down here probably about 8 o'clock, and from 8 to about 10. So for the last couple hours, housework, baby, and it's the housework you don't want to do. You know, like all the dishes and sweeping, and I was trying to find stuff. I started thinking, what are some things that have never been done in a long time? So, like, there's a shelf in the kitchen, and baby, this thing hasn't been dusted in forever. So you do it. You be that person of do, and you just clear the stuff off the shelf, and you just wipe it down. And then there was, since we burn with wood stoves, there's over the season, well, and within a couple weeks span, you get like ash on the ground in front of the main door that you use, and that a lot of times that gets forgotten about. But nope, not today. Tonight we clean that up. So just trying to make the house look pretty for the missus, and you go to bed with that fulfillment that you did something right. Something's on the stove. Be right back. Man, and some work juice. Oh, wonderful. Get that out of there. Back to base. So, a lot of this, so, be men and women of action. Get things done. And I'm hoping with the series, if we can keep doing it together here, we'll start building, even if it's a small community, 10, 15 people, that we kind of, in the videos, just throw some comments of like, hey, this week I did this. It's like a support group, you know, because we need support. But you totally see what we're doing here, right? And I'm leaving this out because during the construction of the bridge, I'm making these pillars a little bigger. I'll show you down here. And then up at the top, I want to do something like in here. We got to bulk this up, and I don't know what we're gonna do here, but we're gonna make that. Maybe it'll just be one big thick tower. That might be a good idea. We'll just fill all this in. Maybe we could have multiple floors, or maybe this whole inside, all this in here, even be one big section. And we can build it out there somewhere. But we'll figure that out. The FIBUE is kind of one of those projects that I see in my head as long as we can get like this part of it the transportation part of it down. It's going to be an evolution. So we're building these a little bit bigger, and then we're building these up a little bit bigger too, and then we're going to probably build them thicker up to be top. But I see it as an evolution of projects. So we all know that we want to. If you've been watching the whole series, we want to make there's going to be a rail line underneath the FIBUE in a glass tunnel, and there's a lot of the groundwork of that done. Heading away from the hole in the wall, but for now, this is it's a big project. So this part of the project, we're just laying the groundwork down for the fence posts and yeah, there you have it. And that's some grass. Boom, boom. So other than that, there's not much going on. Well, there's always a lot going on here, but my wife and I, the missus, had joked about actually creating, having her involved in more chapisodes where she recaps the day. So I get home from work and maybe she'll recap the day of the crazy adventures she had with the children. And let me tell you, there's not a dull moment in this house. We've got lots and lots of funny stories. Like the one from the other day that was pretty comical, where my 4-year-old actually went upstairs. He excuses himself from the dinner table, says, I gotta go to the bathroom. So he goes upstairs, and then he's taking a longer amount of time that my wife's kind of thinking, yeah, he's getting into trouble. He's doing something. He's not going to the bathroom anymore. That's just not happening. So the missus yells upstairs, Jackson Jr., what are you doing up there? And his reply was, I'm sword fighting a ladybug. To which she snuck up the stairs and actually saw him in a battle with a ladybug. He was holding a stick or some piece of wood, maybe the dowel that I used for the project. He was holding a dowel, and he had a ladybug cornered, and he was poking it and pretending he was in a sword fight. It was hilarious. And it's funny because it's stuff that you feel like, if you were writing a movie about with kids in it, you couldn't even think up there like, a kid wouldn't say that. That's just crazy. But it's not crazy. It's something my kid would say. Boom. That's like there's a blog that's pretty funny. There's a blog out there called Parenting is Funny, and that blog actually just all it is. It's really neat. It's just geared towards people that have kids, but they just post the crazy things their kids say or the crazy things their kids do, and about how parenting is just humbling sometimes. And as the adult, you're supposed to be the one in charge and know what to do all the time, but any parent can tell you that you can't read enough. There's not really a book you can really read to teach you how to do it. Every parent, every person is different. Even every couple will raise their kids differently. Every husband is different. Every father is different. Every kid is different. My wife and I just, the first couple of kids, we had a game plan, and we're like, yeah, and we actually our first two kids, some of the rules we made and some of the traditions we started, they all made sense, and the kids were just embracing them and like, yeah, this is what we do. And then our third kid, it was just like everything just had to go back to the drawing board. Like everything, you just threw everything away because it was just different. And we were just really talking about it as the parents one night, thinking, why does it have to be this one way? So like if the new kid into the fold, it just doesn't learn that way or doesn't adapt this exact way, maybe we've got to change. We've got to change the way we do it or change the way that we talk about it. It can't just be this one cookie cutter mold. And I think raising kids is kind of like that. Like you don't know how to do it. No one really does. People claim they do, but you kind of don't. And every instance, every moment is different. And that's cool. It's actually really neat. You just got to take a deep breath and roll with it. And that's the part I think a lot of people have a hard time with. Is taking the breath and rolling with it. But We're all good. Everybody here is good. And we are moving. So the other big change since my last video is the Tonight Show is now hosted by Jimmy Fallon. Don't know if you guys are Jimmy Fallon fans. I wasn't a big fan of Leno, mainly just because of his. I didn't find him very funny. He did have some funny segments. Don't get me wrong. It's not, I watched his show maybe once a week, twice a week, and he had funny segments, and some of his monologue jokes were funny, but I found myself not liking most of his jokes. And that's kind of like, what are you gonna do? But it's neat. I grew up watching Conan and Jimmy Fallon since they started their shows, and it was a cool transition, and I think he's a good fit for it. It seems like he can reach a lot of people, and I think he's not just for one group of people, which is why I think he can really reach a lot of people. And it'll be interesting to see what he does with the show. But so that's why if you follow me on Twitter, I sometimes participate like in his hashtag games and just comment about what he's doing over there, and I think it's cool. But I think we have laid a lot of this down, guys. I think we're good. So much work to be done here, but we are gonna kick it back for now. So I gotta start the dishwasher, getting more things done. But thanks for joining me for another chapisode in Let's Play Minecraft. And of course, subscribe, comment, and like or dislike the video. Any feedback at all would be awesome. Make yourself a better person tomorrow, starting today. And I hope to have you guys watching the next time. Thanks. Jackson Dynamite is out.